Welcome back to the channel. So, time to get these new trail tyres on, and it's been good 10 years anyway since I last, longer than that, 15 years since I last changed a motorbike tyre. What could possibly go wrong? Well, nothing with changing them. Possibly when it gets to going to putting the back wheel on, you'll see in a bit. So this is the puncture safe that I put in the original tubes, and they've only done 4,000 miles, that's why I'm reusing them. So it's only 1 or 2 degrees outside, so the tyres are absolutely rock solid. So it couldn't be any harder than what it's going to be today to do tyres. So let's see how easy it is with small levers. So the first disappointment was these rim protectors to stop the anodizing getting chipped are absolutely rubbish, I thought. Once you get one in, you can get the other one in and start using them. They just pull out. So a bit disappointed with these, so sadly I'm just going to have to scratch my anodizing, but it's matte black, satin black, and touch up if need be. But the rims are so dirty all the time, it doesn't really matter as far as I'm concerned. So anyway, I broke the bead with my feet. Being tube tyres, very easy to do. If they were tight, you'd use like a garden spade if you've not got a bead breaker. Or if you're outside doing a repair in a garage, say, you could use your side stand to break a bead as well. That's one to remember. So get this broken, get the tyre off one side, and then get the tube pulled out. Just a note to give your floor a good sweep or clean, or something to put your tubes and that down on, because you often have a lot of sharp stuff from filings to whatever lying on a workshop floor, so you don't want to pick anything up inside on that rim or on your inner tube where you refit it. So I'm just checking the rim tape's okay, it's fine. And there's sadly the chips out in the anodizing. So time to get some tyre bead soap on your tyre. Now if you don't got any of this, just use wash up liquid, it'll do fine. Do the same job. So the way I've learned to put tubed tyres on with motorbikes is to put the tyre on top of the rim, and I've threaded the inner tube inside the tyre, and then I just put the valve through and secure it. And then I work my way around underneath, just watching the inner tube that I don't nick it, doing small inch at a time, 2 inches max, not any longer. And then use your knees if you have to, and just push the tyre into the well of the rim. Stops it getting too tight, and just keep a good hold of those wee levers, because one of them comes out, you can take your teeth out. So that's one side on, and nearly. And then I've got on the second side, just the same procedure. Obviously you've got your inner tubes in now. And then it's just a case of I'm putting oil on the valve core threads because I won't be able to get that off again. It's going to be on there a couple of years possibly if I don't get a puncture. So these didn't need pushed out on the bead. I just put them up to 40 psi, and I've seen it come out on the bead all the way around. You can follow the line round, and then I just dropped it back down to the 32. And this side I've checked as well. That's perfect. If it was not all out, I'd put more pressure in, but I wouldn't go crazy. So there you go, 32, all done. I've found just taking the front caliper off makes it just a bit easier to get the front wheel on, and then I'll usually open up the pads a bit as well before I slot that back on, Let's see if it goes a bit. But anyway, I've soon got the front wheel on, and well, impressed with what it looks like with a trail tyre on. Looks so much better as well. Back wheel off next, and had a near disaster taking this off because the bike nearly fell over. So my idea of using a bit of wood is not working. And you'll see it falling over when I put the wheel back on, so I'll give you something to laugh at. So I've come up with another idea though for next time I take a back wheel off, and it's going to be putting a bit of wood on each side. I'm just trying to imagine the scenario where you're doing your puncture yourself, you know, anyone to lean the bike over with. So I'm going to work it out to be able to do it on my own. So I've took the two strive off, and again, just in case of airing down, break the bead. Now it was actually easier to do the back wheel than the front wheel because I think it could have been wider, and it's softer as well. So there you go. That's me away now. I've got my knack back. It's like I've been doing it every other weekend like I used to when I did enduros. Changing tyres all the time. I was when I had my XRs. But yeah, just gonna have this off. Once again, just watch that inner tube when you feed the first bead on. Just take your time and make sure the rest of the tyre as it goes on is down in the well in the centre of the rim. Makes it a lot easier. So these wee tyre levers work fine with these tyres, and these will even get easier once they've got worn a bit as well, if I have to take them off again. Certainly it will be hopefully been a warmer day than it is today because it's absolutely freezing. Though I've got a bit of a sweat on now. I didn't bother putting the thermal lined overalls on today. I knew I wouldn't be needing them. But yeah, there you go anyway. We're nearly done on one side. So you can see the last bit of this side just being a bit tight because it's not down in the well. And listen, you hear it drop down. Something's down there. Well, I heard it. A lot easier now. There you go. There you go. I need a new pressure gauge done for my compressor because it looks like mad, and the gauge is inaccurate as well. So I need to go shop and get a new one. So that was all out on the beads, and perfect at 40 psi, dropped it down to 32, so that's that, ready to put on. Now for the wee disaster of the day. So I lean the bike over to get this wheel in. You'll probably work out if you've done this already. I'm doing the wheel the wrong way, you should be leaning the other way under the exhaust. Now watch what happens. Front wheels turn left, right wheels forward, rolls up the centre stand. This can be an absolute disaster somewhere happening if you're on your own. Look, sugar. Not good. I'm lucky I've not bent my disc there or anything, or damaged the back end of the mudguard. I'd have probably snapped the number plate if it had been a Perspex one. Luckily I've not got it on this now. So, lesson learned for next time is put 2 bits of wood under the centre stand, which will lift the wheel up a good 1.5 inches. And I did have bother getting this back wheel in. It took me a good 5 minutes of fiddling, holding it up and down on my feet. It's obviously just a technique, and you know, practice makes perfect. Probably spend the day actually taking that axle in and out a few times and dropping it down and threading it back in. Yeah, it's not as easy as a Honda XR Enduro bike, I can tell you that. But anyway, we're out on the bike. Have some fun now. So as you can see, we've had a dusting of snow on the local hills, so I went up to the Halls farm, up to a dead end road here. This is where the herring road starts, which is a lovely old trail. Look at the bike now with the trail tyres, it's so much better, and I would not have liked to have ridden up there on their standard road tyres, they've been all over the place. So I'm really happy with these. So yeah, so I'm heading back home because look at that, that's a big snow cloud out there and it is so cold. So I think we're in for some more snow the next few days. So thanks for watching and we'll catch up soon, alright? Bye for now.